I'm often asked, what do math and football have in common? Or how did math help me as an elite football player? I usually dodge the question by talking about how you can describe football as physics through the language of math, which is strictly true, since you can describe anything in the language of math. But honestly, math and football don't have a lot in common. When a kid turns on the TV, he or she sees athletes, not mathematicians. They see how desirable it is to be an NFL player or an NBA star, or even a relatively mediocre, unpaid college point guard with a future as a plumber. They don't see the part about the plumber, but if you have any athletic talent when you're a kid, people will encourage it. I had coaches in my ear motivating me to do just one more rep in the weight room when I thought I couldn't do any more. I had the example of so many athletes and teammates next to me putting it on the line. Strangers would come up to me and encourage me. They would literally cheer for me. Strangers. And I'm not talking about my time in the NFL. I'm talking about high school. Needless to say, I didn't have math teachers who were coaxing one more problem out of me. They weren't calling the Princeton math department and telling them to recruit me the way my high school football coach was calling the Alabama football team. I didn't have any public mathematicians to inspire me or for me to want to emulate. I didn't even know what a mathematician did when I was a kid. The only person who was actively encouraging me in math and science, cheering for me even, was, you guessed it, my mother. Like all mothers, she was convinced I was brilliant and that I would, become a rocket scientist. It wasn't until I got to Penn State that I began to see my potential in mathematics. It was only then that I started to think about it as something I should care about, something that might even be my calling. And that wasn't just because I realized I had a talent for it. Everybody knows that Penn State is a football school, and with good reason. Beaver Stadium seats more than 100,000 people on game day. And I'm convinced we have the best fans in the world. I like it. But what most people don't know is Penn State also has a good math department. And it was there that I found my first mentors. People like Vadim Koloshin, who handed me a graduate textbook one day and gave me my first research project. People like Xiaojia Hu, who introduced me to numerical analysis and quickly became a collaborator, even though I was only an undergraduate. People like Lyudmil Zikatanov, who was more than a mentor. He became one of my best friends. Those people and others helped me to see how incredible, interesting, and beautiful mathematics could be. And they helped me see it in a way that I had never seen it before. They showed me clarity, rigor, patience, and creativity. I came to see mathematics not only as a solitary endeavor, but as a community. Math should be, in some respect, for everyone. We don't, as a society, tolerate illiteracy. We shouldn't accept math illiteracy either. Beyond that, thank you. Beyond that, I believe we should identify those who are interested in math, encourage them, and give them opportunities to push themselves and excel, much in the same way people routinely do for young athletes.